In this video, you're going to see some troubleshooting on a Crusader 454 1989 vintage in a 52 Harbor Master. It appears to run good, and it does run decent, except it fouls out the plugs very quickly. The compression tested good. In other videos, you'll see the port engine, and I kind of have both these mixed up, but this is essentially most of the starboard engine on these Crusaders. It runs okay, but like I said, they carbon up. We rebuilt the carburetor, changed the plugs, ran cleaner through it, and changed the distributor. And lots of stuff you're going to see beginning and end. You're going to see some of the vacuum gauge helped a lot, and at the end you'll see the results. The vacuum gauge is good, and it runs much better. But you'll see the steps. We replaced the distributor, rebuilt carb, and changed plugs, and basically just kept running and running stuff through it. A lot of carbon buildup. Enjoy the Alright, we're getting ready to pull this distributor. It's old AC Delco. It had some rust in it. What I did was when it stopped, I have the distributor pointing to that hole over there, and I put a mark on it. So that's your rotor pointing right over there. I've taken the adjuster bolt off. So this thing's about ready to pop off. If it comes off easy, we shall see. Oh no, all the wires are disconnected. So, all right. Just move that stuff out of the way. Rolling out. So, out she comes. And get the wires out of the way. There she is. There is our distributor removed. We'll get the other one and check it out. All right, quick shot of the new versus old. This is a performance distributor, DUI. It has the coil built into it. I'll pull this up here a little bit. Right in here. And we're gonna find out. It's supposed to be the cat's meow. We're gonna find out, made in Memphis and for this engine. So I'm going to check it out, and we're going to pop it in, and we'll see how she goes. All right, a little update. I did get the new DUI distributor in, and that is lined up with the old mark over there. I got the plate down there. Now what I have to do is I have to get the wires. What I have to do is get this pigtail connected to these wires right here, which are the ones off of here. And in order to do that, I gotta splice it in to these down here. And there's a red, and I think it's a yellow and a pink. They all get tied together. And then the gray gets tied to the gray. And that's what I'm gonna do, and we'll get that. And then we'll have our pigtail will get hooked up right here. And that pigtail goes into the distributor right in here. So that's where that all goes. We'll get to now on starboard motor. It's not running as good as the port. I got the port running really nice. I can still hear a bit of a miss in this. This is my vacuum on it. I'm running about 750 RPMs. I put the timing at it's about 12 to 13 degrees on the top of that center. I was trying to get more vacuum out of it. It doesn't use so much. And then I'll run it at 2,000 RPMs and see what that does. Hey Adam, run it at $2,000. 2! Oh yeah, hang on. I did it again. Okay, now you can. Bells are all, or the plugs are all carboned up, and they were both running the same way. I got the other engine running better. I did run some seafoam through these. I think this one might need another valve for that, and short of tearing this thing apart, we'll see what we can do on that. You can see it, but still blowing some carbon out that starboard motor. You can see it floating around. Hopefully we can blow that out. The left engine seems to have cleared up. It used to blow carbon. Now it's got a little bit of fuel in it, but cold day. So. All right. This video, we're going to try to do some diagnostics on this Marine Crusader 454. This one was running pretty rough. Changed plugs, went with the distributor, and trying to figure out why the plugs are getting all carboned up, running too rich. The carburetor has been rebuilt, put a new distributor on. It's running good, but I think it's still full carbon. I think this thing ran too long, too slow. It has less than 1,000 hours on it, but this boat in particular probably has been run at low RPMs most of its life. It's on a 52-foot boat, and it usually would just push around. So what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to clean this out, and I'm going to I'm going to pull the plugs, at least on one side. I know that they're all look like. I'll pull them off on one side. I'm going to take a video of the cylinders, and then we're going to clean them out with some carb or some I got this stuff. I did some reviews on it, even though it's a Chevy, the Mopar combustion chamber cleaner, MCCC. I had good reviews. I did use seafoam in this before, and it did help. A lot of people are out there going to say they're against them, but I'll be honest, we got not a whole lot to lose on this. This has good compression. It runs pretty good, and I have a vacuum gauge, and I'm not getting good vacuum. Now, we did a very similar thing to the port engine. This has a twin engine. This is the starboard, and we did a very similar thing to the port engine, and they were both running very similar. After a few times, the port engine always is running a little better, but now I have the port engine purring like a kitten. The vacuum is around 18, and this one, and it used to be in the red. Now this one's in the red, so I'm hoping we get good things. We clean these things up, and we're going to see what that this cleaner does. Anyway, I'm going to get at it, and I'm going to take the plugs out, and I'll add that to the video, before and afters. All right, this is the starboard engine, and previous video I have vacuum on here. Couldn't get, it was always in the red, maybe about 15. Now I'm getting about 17 to 18. It's bouncing around a little bit. And I checked the timing, and again the idle again. I got the idle disconnected. I've got good throttle response. That's with the DUI distributor. And I've also put plugs in and opened them up to, I opened them up to 50 thousandths. DUI said 55, but it's that's better. So we'll see where we go after I get to play with the timing and the idle and get it run a little smoother. All right, hopefully this is about it. The plugs have been changed. They're set at 50 thousandths with the new DUI distributor instructions. I actually gained some vacuum. Throttle response is pretty good. And we're probably sitting about 7 to 750 in gear, which is a little high, but I'm going to take that. I have the quadri-discs turned out on the mixer screws are about a little over 2. Even when they say to turn them out, it says 2 to 3. I'm a little over 2. If I go over 3, that tends to drop that a little bit, so it makes it want to run a little differently. So I think I'm gonna be okay with this. I don't like it fluctuating around a little bit, and maybe we'll see how she runs. So a lot of stuff has been done to this motor, so hopefully it runs better. Take care, guys. All right, in closing, you've saw all these videos. Goes from replacing distributor with a DUI, rebuilding carburetor, cleaning it out with gum out, and also some of that Mopar cleaner, which seemed to work pretty good. Also, we adjusted timing, made the plugs, and if you see there, at the end I finally put the MR44T plugs, which is an alternate, which is a hotter plug, and I'm thinking it will run better. I'm hoping. So basically, if you're following this, I have the equivalent of the MR44T in the starboard engine, and I kept the MR43Ts in the port engine just to run them to see if we carbon up, if there's a big difference. So I'm not done with this yet, but I'm thinking it's going to help. The timing, and then you have to open up the plug gap to 50 thousandths. All these things play, but as you can see the results and pay attention to the vacuum readings before and after, we did get better results in the vacuum, and that's to me the telltale sign of what's actually going on with that engine. So hopefully this helps people from throwing a lot of wasted time and parts at an engine, and actually saving. These 454s are pretty tough. Start with compression and work your way around that. Good luck. Any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me. Thank you.